Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Jason here. Today we're going over AMC, and there's this crazy article that's going around now. We're just have to go over it today. It's about AMC. If you could, make sure you guys smack the like button below to help out this video, but it also helps out new people learn about AMC. If you're not a sub, make sure you guys smack the sub button. Remember, at 10K subs, we're doing some AMC stock giveaway over on the public app. If you're wondering what I'm using Webull. There's a link down below. If you sign up, put $100 in, you get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,800. We just had a few more people get some Facebook stocks, which is pretty awesome, about $3 a share. Well, as you can see, we just had the market close at 7 o'clock. It is now 7:10 here in the good old state of Tennessee. We closed in aftermarket hours at $10.17. We didn't have much movement from that $10.20 ending today. As you can see, though, this morning in the pre-market hours, we did start out about $10.63. We kind of made our way out throughout the pre-market hours, though, and it's kind of a downward tumble a little bit. We entered the market right around $10.50 this morning. We shot all the way down, though, throughout the day to $10. We came back up, though, to $10.48 right after that. We had this good little climb up. Then we got shot back down. There was a big wall at $10.50. Again, we did end the day, though, at $10.20. We did end down 3.86%, which, again, yesterday we were up 13%, almost 14%. So really, for the past 2 days, we're up about 9.5% on the past 2 days alone. That's one way you could look at it. It's such a great day yesterday. We kind of have a little pullback today. It's not the end of the world. We stayed above $10, which is great. We had some consolidation, shot up, and we consolidated again. So I'm hoping tomorrow we'll have more of an update tomorrow. Whether that be 10% or 5%. Having good small games sometimes it's better than those big gains at once, because then you have these big pullbacks. It doesn't matter. Either way, I'm hoping tomorrow we have a good 5-10% day, and that'd be great overall. Now, on the options side for this week, at $12, that's where the biggest bulk of the options are. At $12, you got 13,000. And then at 11, you got 17,000, almost 18,000 right now as well. And at 10.5, you got 13,800. And at $10, we have 15,717. So obviously, if we get above $12 by the end of this week, that'd be great. We're obviously within striking zone of that. We ended the day at 10-20. So tomorrow, if we can get another dollar or so, again, we do have 3 more days in the market. So hopefully we can get above $12, get these all wrinkled in, and maybe even up higher than that. Maybe we get 12, 13, $14 by the end of the week. But for right now, I'm going to aim at $12. This has some nice smooth gains on the way up. Now, next week is when everybody's feeling hot and heavy, right? So at $10 next week, we have 36,457 options. That would be in the green right now at $10. At 10.5, you got 9,300. At $11, we got 38,077. At $12, you got 23,370. $13, you got 22,238. At 14, you got 13,000. At 15, you got 38,784. And then when you get back up here to that $20 mark, you get 22,108. And then at 21, you got 16,770. So this coming up week looks very, 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 very bullish, all the way up to $21. So I mean, hopefully we can at least end over 15 this coming up week. But hey, at this point, a bunch of people are reporting at $20 plus. So let's just hope that happens. So our first meme of the day, right here, man. You got our big dog right here, sir. Every time we drop the price, they just keep buying more. Honestly, how it is. They're using these computer systems, trading back and forth. Every time the price drops, we just buy more and more and more and more. At this point, they're probably pretty mad about it. Honestly, they have to be, right? They're like, one day they're going to give up, and here we are months later. They haven't gave up, and we haven't give up. So at this point, it's definitely a big stalemate. And then you got your guy right here, man. Just bought a share at $10.29. So the squeeze should happen in the next 5 minutes. No need to thank me. I bought my 1 share. Squeeze is happening, guys. Right here it is. We're going to go over this Investor Place article real quick. Obviously, this, they do have Investor Place contributors. So these guys are just, contributors on the site. They're not really employees of Investor Place. There's contributors, right? But again, there's this crazy article going around now. It's titled "Racial Tensions and Division Are the Biggest Headwinds for AMC Stock." Now, as you can tell here, man, it's definitely a very bold statement by somebody, right? Because me personally, I wouldn't say there's racial tensions in AMC stock. But let's just read why this guy thinks this. Lately, I've been mulling the idea of going back to my own country, a common slur directed at members of the AAPI community. I've actually begun to embrace the positives of the otherwise terrible insult. You see, you only find out who your true friends are in the midst of trouble. In turn, we will truly see what AMC Entertainment is made from. I'm not exactly hopeful for AMC stock. After having people make an overt, almost obnoxious effort in avoiding me at the grocery store yet again, it's extremely difficult for me to fathom how the Simplex industry can make a comeback. Sure, this observation is only anecdotal, but if people feel uncomfortable around others making a quick stop to buy some bananas or what have you, I don't think this bodes well for AMC stock. Neither does deteriorating race relations in the US. Again, this is anecdotal observation, but during the times when I've supported local restaurants, I couldn't have helped but notice a clear social dynamic. Various people groups were sticking together, apparently preferring the company of their own demographic. Now, I'm not saying he's totally wrong right there in terms of like people like to stick with their own, I guess, races or whatever, right? Somebody like me might be a lot different, right? I don't really look at people's race or whatever. I'm sure there's people out there that do that, right? We live in America. There's people out there that only buy American stocks, right? They won't buy stocks from Europe. They won't buy stocks from Canada. They won't buy stocks from Mexico. They won't buy stocks from China or Asia or Japan or wherever that stock is from. It's only U.S. stocks. So I'm not saying he's totally wrong here, but I do think that some parts of this, it's just like it's putting too much on a stock, and in one company is the reason why this company can't get out of its debt and why this company won't be able to push bigger and bigger. What isn't anecdotal is that this dynamic reflects the reality of American penal institution. Indeed, involuntary segregation was such an issue that the U.S. Department of Justice Office of Justice Programs implemented policies to actually foster integration. So far, such efforts have failed in large part because various criminal gangs are entirely compromised of a single race or ethnicity. This matters for AMC stock because the diversity that made our country rich and unique is now a source of extreme conflict. I'm not just talking about the wave of hate crimes against AAPI communities. As Reuters reported, communities of color have been the worst affected by the novel pandemic. Beyond issues of police brutality, this social inequity helped catalyze the summer of unrest in 2020. Divisive society is the worst headwind for AMC stock. Perhaps the painful irony that may undercut the recovery in AMC stock is that the film is a perfect medium to educate and celebrate global diversity. It is the key reason why disenfranchised communities fight for positive representation in Hollywood. This is also why conservative voters are upset with mainstream media. For instance, they believe that the constant barrage of negatively slanted news about former President Donald Trump played a hand in his election loss. But what's the point of this collective anger? Essentially, everybody agrees that visually content is powerful. Therefore, they desire that power be wielded responsibly. In other words, film has the power to hurt, but it also has the power to heal. But what if the divisiveness is so deeply entrenched that people end up mostly congregating in their social silos? For AMC stock, I don't think this discussion operates exclusively in the realm of theoreticals. Politicians on both sides of the aisle can wax poetic about America returning to normal again. I don't think this is going to happen because race relations in the U.S. will likely never stabilize. How can I say this? Just look at gun sales. The federal government performed background checks on nearly 40 million firearm transactions in 2020, and unprecedented statistic. That's up 40% from 2019. I'll say unprecedented growth rate. Not only that, distrust in society is worryingly expanding. In the first 3 months of this year, firearm background checks totaled 12.45 million. To put this into perspective, we sold nearly as many guns in the first quarter as we did in all of 2008. Forgive my pessimistic outlook, but I find the movie theater's narrative not credible in the light of skyrocketing gun sales. How is it possible Americans want to spend time together when they're spending their money to kill each other? I highly doubt that all gun sales are going to kill each other, right? Like I grew up, hunting. You know what I mean? Obviously, obviously there's guns and there's people out there that are bad people, right? We can't, dismiss those people. Do we need mental checks on people? Yes. Do we need other regulations here and there, man, that would help these things? Yes, we do need those things, right? Simple, very easy gun laws, obviously, that would help rule out some of these crazy people that shouldn't get guns, right? Some people, obviously, we need mental checks, right? This is just the thing that we need, whether you agree with that or not. It's the truth, and that's just how it is. Hope I'm wrong, but maybe not. Generally, I hope that I'm wrong about this. Broadly speaking, Americans are an optimistic bunch. If this rings true again, AMC stock could be a surprising winner. But I must admit, the gun sales took me by surprise. Not only that, if trends keep up, we could be looking at more than 50 million guns sold by the end of 2021. That would mean in 2 years' time, the firearms industry would have sold 90 million guns. Just think about that, 90 million guns. To me, this is clear indication that America's efforts at diversity and integration have completely failed. Further, based on the mass shootings that have raged across this nation in the recent weeks, it's now unavoidable that every demographic group in the U.S. has a reason to fear for their safety. That's why I don't think this is such a bad idea to go back to my country. Even though my country is the U.S., with so much hatred in the nation and with a means to deliver the hatred widely distributed in this not so safe environment for my family. I'll hold on to my modest stake in AMC stock in case I'm misreading everything. But I'm beginning to think AMC doesn't have a future because America is on the path to self-destruction. Again, I think I get where this guy's coming from, right? In some areas. A lot of areas, I don't know why he's bringing up stocks, and I don't know why he's bringing, companies into this, because at the end of the day, I mean, half this thing's about guns, right? Like, if he wants to have better gun laws, maybe he should become a congressperson. Maybe he should, do some more constructive things instead of writing this article on AMC. To me, it feels so weird, right? I get what he's getting at, right? I get where he's coming from. Like, obviously, he has strong beliefs, which is great. I like people having strong beliefs and believing what they want to believe in, right? What I don't get is why this brought into AMC, why AMC was brought into race baiting, or any of this stuff, right? Like, I don't get it, right? Like, obviously, some of the stuff he's talked was true, right? I mean, true that the gun sales have been up a lot. True that, certain minorities like to stick with certain minorities, yada, 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 on and on and on and on. It's been that way in America for forever. It's that way in a lot of other countries as well. Obviously we need to work on things a little bit better on that end. Like, obviously, I think we can all agree on this. Obviously we need to work on racial stuff better. We need to work on things better, right? We need to work on, helping people out with mental illnesses. We need to work on things, right? We do need to do these things. These are great things to work on. I just don't know how this got wrapped up into AMC stock. I just don't. When I go to the movie theater, I'm not looking at the person next to me saying, that guy's this color, this guy's this color. I don't care. I'm there to watch the movie, right? I'm there to be with the people I'm with. Like, I'm just at a loss of words here. Maybe you guys can decipher this a little more. Leave a comment down below, man, what you guys think about that. Again, it makes me shake my head a little bit. But maybe, again, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it differently than you are as well. I'll leave it there at that, man. Hopefully you have a great day tomorrow in the AMC stock world. If you guys could, make sure you guys leave a like below. Make sure you guys hit that sub button if you haven't hit the little bell notification. If you guys want to share this video, share the video. Also, there's a link down below in the description if you guys want to be part of our Discord and our community. Over 1,100 people in Discord. Love to have you guys be a part of our community. It's free to join. Also, if you guys want to be up to plays like NanoX, RMO today, up over 70% on the day. Make sure you guys hit the Patreon link down below and stay at the plays before anybody else. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, fam.